This episode was good on some parts and underwhelming in others, which I expected better from, what we've seen in the manga, or at least the manga readers, what we have seen in the manga. Let's talk about Cho-Cho for a second, because I've been listening and watching people's videos, and the vibe that I get from them is that they do not like Cho-Cho because of the way she's complaining now. To the people who are watching the anime who have not read the manga, if you hate this already, well, I'm sorry to tell you that this is going to be going on from the start to finish of the arc. Okay, she's gonna be whining and talking about finding her father and all that kind of stuff, and I really wouldn't mind that if that actually led to something, but it really doesn't. So it's like she's really wasting our time and trying to get some of the screen time, which leads up to absolutely nothing. So that will piss people off. The thing about Cho-Cho's character is that she is this way. She is very complicated and really picky about the things she likes and dislikes, and it's really hard to find out what kind of person she is and what kind of things she actually likes and dislikes. So if this is Cho-Cho from the start, this is going to be Cho-Cho till the end. Maybe one or two things will change, but this will be Cho-Cho from start to end. And if you do not like her right now, I'm sure you're not going to like her in the future. Obviously, Sarada ventures off to find out who is in the picture with her father, right? And then she goes into the Kage house, or whatever you want to call it. But my question is, why is it so unguarded? I mean, even an academy student went in there, without being stopped. I mean, if this was in real life where we have like a White House or something that the leader of the entire country resides within, there would be a lot of security to prevent people from harassing the people or even attacking them. But an academy student even went in there and did not get noticed. So definitely there is a flaw in Konoha's system, right? So Sarada gets in there, she overhears Naruto talking about meeting Sasuke, so that is her opportunity. She is gonna go and follow Naruto in order to find out where Sasuke is and even have conversations with Sasuke, and they do so. Now, before she did that, she went into the hospital to find her mother knocked the fuck out, right? And then she decided to change her outfit. Now, for the outfit change, I really had my doubts that she was going to change her outfit, but then we got the preview for episode, I think 20, right, where she changed her outfit. So yeah, she did change her outfit, and I really do prefer this one over the one with the short skirt, because having fan service of a nearly 12-year-old or probably even 12-year-old is not attractive to me. At least it does not entice anything for me. Okay, so after they become Genin, right? After they become Genin, I'm wondering whether they are gonna add another, extra arc there before the whole Chunin exam thing starts, because the whole Chunin exam thing started a few months after Naruto Gaiden. So it's not far away, and it is definitely coming, as it has been confirmed by one of the people who works on Boruto. Anyways, Sarada decides to leave Konoha and go on the adventure that she wants, which is contradictory, to her character, because she is trying to say or portray that she is responsible, but what she is doing is irresponsible. She has, not told anyone where she is going, and if something was to happen, she will never be found, and no one will know that she is outside the village. So it is very irresponsible. And then Cho-Cho tags in whilst Sarada is trying to hide from Naruto, making it so obvious. But then again, Sarada pulls Cho-Cho and then they fall. Obviously she gets enraged because Cho-Cho fucked up, right? And it affected her too, and then she was really angry and she said, "Are you okay?" And then Cho-Cho was like, "Are you alright?" And then she's like, "Yeah," but she's really pissed off because Cho-Cho fucked up, right? So Naruto leaves. Apparently Boruto was going to deliver lunch to him, right? And he left before Boruto could even do that. So Boruto came. Obviously he's upset because his dad again has no time for his family or even to wait for lunch, which his mother put her heart into just to prepare. Obviously he's pissed off. He is about to leave and give his mom a piece of his mind, apparently, because his mom is stubborn and does not listen to the fact that Boruto is telling them that Naruto is not paying enough attention to them. But then Sarada comes in, and the thing that Sarada does is really smart. Okay, obviously she uses psychology, right? It's Boruto's psychology against him. So we obviously know that Boruto is more of a family kind of kid, right? He loves his family really much, and they are everything to him. And the fact that his mother has put her heart into making that lunch and it is now gonna go to waste because Naruto is not even there to receive, you know, her feelings which are inside the lunch. Sarada decides to deliver it by, you know, exploring Boruto's psychology by saying, hey Boruto, your mom really put her feelings into that lunch, so if it is not delivered, even though, you know, you can deliver it, you're not doing so. By doing that, you are breaking your mom's feelings, right? You're breaking your mom's heart and hurting her feelings. So if you do not want to deliver it, I will do it for you, because, you know, someone did spend their time and put their feelings into creating, you know, that lunch, so it is important to deliver it. So being persistent and creating a plan by exploiting Boruto's psychology is really genius, and it obviously it worked, but you know, it freaks Boruto out because he's like, she is so persistent. Either way, she did win. She got the lunch and she decided to deliver it along with Cho-Cho. Now Cho-Cho keeps running and she runs out of breath because of her shape that she is in. Now because she's Akimichi, right, Sarada does request her to roll, and for the people who do not know, Akimichi actually have a jutsu which allows them to, you know, roll around like a boulder, right? And Cho-Cho's like, yeah, that's a good idea. So obviously, you know, within the manga there was a scene where Naruto actually looked back, right, to see whether Sarada and Cho-Cho were still following him, and you know, he heads back to talk to them and confront them, but then Shin Uchiha attacks and obviously his ass nearly gets whooped. Cho-Cho was really fast. For someone who is big, she is really fast, and you know, obviously she ends up almost dead because of Shin Uchiha, but Naruto saves them, and Kurama even comes out. He says, are we gonna go all out? And Naruto says, well, maybe a little. Now I'm questioning why Naruto always goes in that mode to attack anyone, even if they are a small threat or not. I think that he is spamming the mode even more and he's relying on that. I hope that Naruto can fight in his base without using that form, and you know, use that form when it comes to emergencies, but then again, you know, they are in danger and anything can happen, so it's better to settle and end the fight straight away rather than play around. So I really do understand that Naruto is using that form straight away. So obviously Shin escapes, right, and then Sarada gives the lunch to Naruto and they have their lunch. Obviously Sarada asks about what Sasuke is as a person. Naruto gives a brief description of Sasuke, saying that, you know, he was popular with the girls, but then Naruto was like, yeah, I'm also popular with the girls, which is a fucking lie. Definitely this shows that Naruto is still the same Naruto. Even though he has matured, his behavior low-key stays the same, you know what I'm saying? So obviously Naruto tells the story, right, and then he said that Sasuke was antisocial and rude and all that kind of stuff, and that's pretty much put Sarada down for a few seconds. Now the question is, what if Naruto actually told Sarada what Sasuke has done as a person throughout his entire history? And you know, that is another topic for another day. They keep traveling and take a break, and Sarada says she needs to go to the toilet, and Naruto actually gives her this face. Now I'm wondering what this face is about. Is he, you know, wondering, this dirty girl trying to, you know, take a piss in public and shit, or is he wondering or reading what Sarada is about to do? Because, you know, when she says she's gonna go to the toilet, she heads straight for the tower. So maybe, you know, if you add 2 and 2 together, right, Sarada really wants to meet her dad desperately, and she says she needs to go to the toilet when they are close. Like, you can tell that she is not patient at all. So obviously Sarada does, you know, leave and try to go to the tower, and she unlocks her Sharingan. Now that was a little bit underwhelming, the way they depicted that. I thought that would be a little bit more epic, you know, in some kind of way. Not that much, but you know, just a little bit, but it really wasn't. Her Sharingan does glow, and you know, a fun fact is that the Sharingan does glow in the dark, right? Now I don't know how Sasuke's Sharingan was not glowing, but Sarada's Sharingan should have definitely been glowing, so that is not consistent. But she gets into the tower, right, trying to say something to her dad, and then Sasuke gets up, he draws out the sword and he says, are you one of those creations, those creepy creations? So Sasuke definitely draws out the sword ready to attack Sarada, and I found that really funny because that is so like Sasuke. And obviously Sarada does get the first taste of her father's behavior, and next week we are going to see, you know, what Sarada has to say about her father's behavior. Whatever was going through Sarada's head must be something really powerful, because, you know, when you unlock the Sharingan for the first time, it has to be because of a trauma, something, you know, that awakens your Sharingan. And the fact that that happens with Sarada because she was thinking of her dad really shows her desperation and her need to find out who this person is, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that is a big L to Sakura, because she could literally explain and talk about Sasuke, but she failed to do that because of no reason, or at least we have no reason up until now as to why she did not tell Sarada about Sasuke. Maybe, you know, there's something about Sasuke that she does not want Sarada to know. I mean, if you look at Sasuke's past, right, nothing about Sasuke's past has been good, except from, you know, a few times when he was within Konoha. But after he left Konoha and he, you know, started going on his murder spree, nothing good about Sasuke has been heard. He was even, you know, wanted worldwide. You know, he was a national criminal at one point, and he even killed a to-be Hokage, which was Danzo, and that is not something good to have on your record. As well as how he fought against Naruto and, you know, made Naruto lose his arm. Like, if Naruto literally sat there, right, and talked to Sarada and said, your dad is the motherfucker that got rid of my right arm because I was forced to fight him to save the world. So the final villain of Naruto was actually Sasuke, okay? And if Naruto was to tell Sarada this would really break her heart. So I think that, you know, Sakura as a character can understand Sasuke, and, you know, even though it can be classified as obsession, right, she can still understand Sasuke, or she is patient for Sasuke. But, you know, that is just her perspective, and I doubt that Sarada would understand, because, you know, she said, what kind of relationship are you in with Sasuke to the point where he can leave, you know, for years and not even look back, not even once? That is really, really strange. So, you know, Sakura is the only one who will be able to understand Sasuke, and I don't think that Sarada would be able to understand all that kind of stuff. So that is why maybe Sakura kept it away from Sarada. Now it's time to answer the questions again, right? So obviously people who left questions below my comment section in my previous review will get your answers, okay? So it says, what do you think will be after this arc? I'm thinking you're referring to what arc will come next, right? So obviously they still need to become Genin and do the test or whatever. So maybe the next arc is about becoming Genin and who is gonna stay behind and all that kind of stuff. And that is pretty much it. You know, there might be an arc, or there will be an arc before the Chunin exam starts, because the teams still need to be selected and all that kind of stuff. So maybe the next arc can be about that, about people fighting against each other, or like a little tournament in order to find out who matches with who, right? The next question is, do you think the Mitsuki story before he left Orochimaru will be animated after the Shin arc? Well, the thing is that right now Sarada is having her moment, right, her arc, and Mitsuki is irrelevant right now because he has nothing to do with this arc. So maybe, you know, an arc is going to come up where Mitsuki is relevant, and that is when they are going to animate it to add on to his background or his character development or whatnot. So I think that is what's going to happen. Maybe not at once. We even thought, you know, that Naruto chapter 700 would be animated and all that kind of stuff, but it has not been yet, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about patience. So next question is, what do you think will happen after the Shin clones have moved to the village? Well, obviously they have been brainwashed and raised to do one thing, which is kill or get their organs replaced by the other Shin, right? So I think that they are going to rehabilitate them and make them, you know, proper citizens within Konoha, and that is really it. So next question is, no jokes, but was that really your shadow clone in the last episode? Okay, so obviously my brother made a video, right, to plug himself and all that kind of stuff, and people actually thought that was me, you know, assuming a character. Well, that is not a character, that is actually my brother, and the reason why he sounds like me is because we are twins, okay? So he definitely sounds like me because he's my brother, he's related to me, and that was my brother, not me, okay? So yeah, I do have a twin. Next question comes from your girl Nesh, and she is talking about the whole theory that Sasuke might have some of Karin's DNA because he bit Karin in order to heal himself or something like that. I will make a video addressing this question later down the line, so, you know, stay tuned for that, because it is something that needs to be discussed, and this is quickly spreading, and to be honest with you, it does not make sense for, you know, you to have some DNA of someone you bit like years ago. This question again comes from another person whose question I've already answered. He says, Cycles, why is it so easy to transplant eyes but Kabuto couldn't do it? This nigga claims to be a god, but he wears glasses. Not dissing people with glasses, just a question. Well, I'm sure that Kabuto can transplant eyes. I mean, he completely blended Orochimaru's DNA with his, and that was really successful. And he even mastered the Dragon Sage mode, which Orochimaru definitely was not able to master. And I think, you know, him mixing his DNA with Orochimaru really helped him master the Dragon Sage mode. So I think most likely Kabuto can transplant eyes, and I don't know whether you can transplant someone's eyes and make them work and get perfect vision like them. I mean, it works with all the dojutsu users, and but that is because of the dojutsu. I don't really know whether it works for normal eyes as well. So yeah, that has been the questions for this review. To get your questions answered, just leave the questions down below in the comment section. So yeah, that is what I think. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Subscribe and obviously share the video because that is important, and you know, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Subscribe and all that stuff. I have nothing more to say. Bye.